Okay, so here we are at Iヴana studio on the Melrose, and I am with Sophia, who was my scene partner for the last scene I put up with, and she's been a member at the Chabak studio for quite some time. So I would like to welcome Sophia here and ask some questions, and would give some messages to the Japanese audiences. What is it like to be studying at the Chabak studio? What's her experience, and what kind of messages she would give you guys. So I would like to start out this interview. So welcome, Sophia.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for this opportunity. And could you just first introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Sophia DeMarco, and I am an actor, writer, and I've been studying at the Chubbuck Studio for, like 11 years now. It's been half of my life has been here. It's my second home. It means everything to me.
Right. And can I ask you, like, how did you get introduced to this studio? Like, how did you find out about this studio?
My manager, actually. So I was a lot younger then. I was 17, and I was looking for a good acting studio, and I had a few places to see, and I came in one day, and I never left.
Right. Right. I remember, like, when I was at teacher training back in 2015 or 15, I think, and you were here. So
yeah.
Remember, you were here, and
I know you've come a long way too.
Right. So yeah,
yes,
been here since 2000.
All of us.
Yeah.
Little babies, little chubbuck babies.
Yeah. Exactly. And I'm a bit curious about your background. Like, you speak Spanish fluently.
Yes,
right?
So I'm from Costa Rica. Not sure if anyone knows where that is.
I mean,
Small
everyone
place.
knows the name,
Yeah.
Not that I know, not that everybody knows the...
If you ever have a chance to go, it's so beautiful. The people are so nice. The food is amazing. The surf, it's really, you go there for the rainforest and for the surf.
Right, right. And let me ask you, and can you tell us, like, how did the Chabak technique help you with the auditions and the set and stuff like that? How was your experience of using the Chabak technique in the real world?
Yeah, it's a lot different, when there's not as much rehearsal. There's not someone that is giving it to you, but you have to take yourself there. When the work is there and you become an artist, it's not really about the audition itself.
Right.
I just did a couple of self-tapes the other day, and the biggest thing was the catharsis that I felt needing to do the material.
Right.
Like what we do in class is we get those things out. We want to win. We want to reach our objective.
Right.
Right. So in these circumstances, it's like something actually switched into my brain where it was no longer this scary audition. It was just another chance to do a scene. It was another chance to find catharsis in my art. So that's really the way that I've been tackling auditions and set work and things like that.
Right. How was the experience? I mean, how was the scene that we did together? Like the scary question.
That was so hard. Okay, I was dripping in sweat, literally dripping in sweat by the end of it. And it was hard. It was hard comedy, but, I'm so glad that I did it. And I think it really prepared me for that, like, really high stakes comedy. So I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it was tough because, we both used, Ivana as substitutions, right?
Oh my gosh, that's always so hard when you choose her.
Yeah, she's right in front of you, and it's.
And you don't want to put all your personal information out there. But you gotta go there.
Right.
Go there.
Right. And can you tell me, like, how is it working with Ivana for all these years, and what is it? What's it like? You know, she having her as your mentor and a teacher and a coach.
Life-changing.
Life-changing.
Sure. For sure. I mean, we've been around each other for a long time, but she's, I think, like, and I can't say it without crying. But you know, we made our film together. You know, so she's helped me come to a place of healing that I would have never understood if it wasn't for the emotional release and art that you can have to rewrite your narrative.
Right.
You know, and she gave me an opportunity to be able to rewrite my life's narrative. Like, something I was so ashamed of, something I could never talk about.
Right.
Like, became this thing that I could actually express in a safe place.
Right.
If you don't know, Claire Chubbuck, which is Ivana Chubbuck's daughter, we made a film together.
Right.
How I Lost My Virginity. And basically, I was taken from my home, and I was kidnapped and raped for 3 days, and I never talked to my family or anyone about it. So, Ivana inspired me to write that story. I sat down one day at a meeting with her, and I presented her a script. It was my first time trying to write something, and she literally crumpled it up, threw it away, and was like, what you really need to do is tell your story. Just to find, like, healing. Because the only place I've ever felt safe to speak was in my scenes. So she's like, maybe we can find healing if you do the same thing. And I had never created literally anything, and it just became this domino effect of creating my first short film with Claire. And now we're best friends.
Right. Right. Yeah, I've heard about your story, and, you know, it's always very heartfelt, and I haven't actually got to see the film yet, but
it's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming. We've been in the festival run, so it's been very wrapped, but yeah, we're coming.
Right. And as you mentioned, Claire, you know, you've been working with Claire, and you're also teaching the kids, right?
Yes.
With the Chubbuck technique. And
the class is about to get started.
So.
Yeah, we teach Chubbuck Youth together. She's a director, so she leads Chubbuck Youth. I'm one of the instructors, so we do privates and, like, homeschool programs specialized for like your child, and summer workshops.
Right. Is it the Chubbuck technique quite different? I mean, the functions differently to kids compared to working on adults?
No, it's all the same.
It's all the same.
It's all the same.
What about this sexuality that's quite big on the Chubbuck technique for adults, but for kids?
Well, it's a matter. I mean, that's a really tough. I mean, we attack liking someone, those feelings. You know, it's like if you go to a school dance, how do you get the other person to try to dance with you? That's sexuality, but it's the way that you present it that it's different. All the foundational stuff is there, but the way that we present things will be in a more childlike behavior.
Right. I see. And the other thing that I'm interested to ask you is that, you know, we've been here at the studio for like 11 years or so. So you've seen many actors here, the fellow students and actors. What is it like, you know, they're kind of make it in Hollywood and they're working actors and stuff. Have you seen people, like, studying the technique and make a breakthrough, stuff like that?
Oh yeah, we see that all the time.
Yeah?
They're always here. Hey. Yeah, he was, No, you're fine, you're fine. No, you're fine.
Can you give me some, like, if you could, like
that? Yeah, no, that happens all the time. I mean, that's the point, you know. But there's actually a few people in class that you would never know, but they're all, like, series regulars. They're all working actors.
Right. Right. Can you give me any kind of specific thing, or something you can tell?
Well, not really. I wouldn't want to put anyone's business out there that I wasn't legally able to. So you never know what someone's working on. That's like a project that you don't want to put out in detail, because we workshop a lot of things in class.
That's true.
You know, they're projects that you can't speak about.
Right. So yeah, as Sophia said, that there's so many working actors here who's always working on their projects, and they're thriving on the cutthroat this industry here in Hollywood, as you can see. And also you've been always here when we bring Japanese actors here with we have a LA boot camp with Ivana, and can you give us
my favorite
impressions, like how have you been, what was your experience like?
It's the biggest learning lessons that I get, not only as an actor but also as like an educator for the kids, because you really see the responsiveness, and also that really art responds in any language.
Right.
You bring this group of people who don't even speak English, and they're all able to find that same type of catharsis through art, and it's just so beautiful to watch. So I never like to miss a day.
Right. So we're expecting another groups coming in August and September.
Well,
so
I can't wait to meet you guys.
I would like to.
I will be here.
Have Sophia present at our workshop, and also those people who come to LA, their hope and they wish to go global or international if they could with their acting. So, what do you think of the importance of speaking English, or being able to act in English?
That's tough. I'm going to give you my honest answer, but it's very important. It's very important.
Right.
Invest in a dialect coach. So
dialect coach.
Yeah, because if we can't understand you, no one can hear you.
Right.
But I think also the biggest part of that is in your work. If you land things and you want to be heard, you will make sure that you are heard.
Right.
Like with you, for example, your English can get caught up when you're nervous. But if you are directing something to me that you really need me to know, you will make sure that I hear you.
Right.
So just make sure that you're being heard.
Okay. And finally, can you send some message to the Japanese audiences that are watching this? They might be coming to here, or they might be interested in coming here or learning from Ivana. Can you give some kind of message to them?
It's hard work. Work hard. It's all about work ethic. It's about the time that you put in and really what you invest, and don't be defensive. Come here and be an open book. Not for us, but for yourself. And if you want to tell a message to the world, that's the only way that you're going to do it, is by being honest.
Great. Okay. Thank you very much for your time. And
thank you.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I hope to meet you guys soon.
Yeah. So this was Sophia. I'll see you
as
later.
we start class now.
So
Okay.
class start. Oops.